Hey everyone, it's Stephanie 1111 Witchy Babe, and I am back with another reading. So this is going to be August reading for air signs. So this is going to be Gemini and Libra Aquarius placements. So we're going to be seeing what's going on. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, general energy, check the description box for all the information of how to book with me. And all of that good stuff is below. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good July. And we're going to be starting off with Gemini. So Gemini placements. What's going to be going on this month for you all? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups reversed. So this is likely going to be a relationship situation. You've been dealing with somebody, or you have an ex where you're still feeling very attached to them. There was maybe a hope of something starting or a reconnection. Maybe you guys got together and like it just, you know, it just did not seem like it was working out. So it's like kind of like this false start for this reconnection. Clarify this Two of Cups reverse, please. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords and it's reversed. So actually I need to get one more card. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So you all have been, you have this thing. You have like this situationship. You have a relationship that's just back and forth. You have somebody that you're friends with and it's like real messy. But there's something going on, and there's like this back and forth energy. It's like I'm hearing a near hit, near miss. So it's like you guys keep on passing each other. I'm seeing you guys like pass each other by. Like you both, oops, sorry guys, I don't know if that did anything. But you both want like the same thing, but it's like you don't really realize that. Like you see things from a totally different perspective of them, and vice versa. And so it's like you both think you're like seeking each other out, and the other one's not reciprocating, but you don't realize you're both on the same page is what I see here. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of thinking late at night. I'm seeing somebody up really late at night. So you guys are probably having difficult time sleeping. And this is because like this situation, it means a lot to you. I feel like it's something that never maybe fully got off the ground with it being the Two of Cups there, because that's generally like a new thing. But this energy is not new. This is something that you've known. And so it's like this situation you're trying to build with them, with the Seven of Pentacles, but you guys have so many challenges. So, you know, this relationship to me feels like there's a lot of karmic lessons that are coming down right now in it, if it's not a complete karmic relationship. It's really intense energy, but it's really difficult energy. And so it's like there's a lot of work that has to go into this connection. And I feel like you're either desiring for them to come back if you guys are in no communication. You're desiring for you guys to be able to kind of like work this out, or to be able to like I think you guys really want a serious conversation, because there's a lot of running thoughts here with this Nine of Swords reverse. There's a lot of like, you know, what do they think? What are their actual intentions? What are they doing? So there's this big thing about what are you doing? So you guys might not be physically near each other, or, you know, maybe due to quarantine, you're not able to see each other, but there's this wondering of what are you doing? What is the other person doing? And it's hard. It's like, it's a very like, it will take a lot of work. But I always say, it's like, there's nothing I feel great in this world, or nothing that's amazing that's easy. Just most things take a lot of work, right? Okay, let's go ahead and keep going. Let's see what else. What are we looking at for the month of August? I think since we did tap into some relationship stuff, I will go ahead and look at that a little bit closer in a moment. but I just want to get the overall story here. So we have Avenger coming out. And then we have Knight coming out. Okay. So I think what this is I do feel like a lot of you are going to be connecting. I feel like a lot of you have started connection with this person in July. Or you guys have been like trying to have a certain type of conversation, and you're like, it's like it keeps on getting like blocked. Right? It's like every time you like are like okay, I'm gonna try to do this again. It's like something comes up, they're not available, or like you're not available, or whatever. And so it's like next month there's like this. There's more of a push to make this work. There's more of a push, or there's a maybe you're gonna decide to reach out to them. But whatever it is, there's more energy to kind of like, come on, let's try to get this. Let's try to understand each other. And I feel like it's just, again, you guys are coming from two very different perspectives, and it's almost like you're unable to see each other's perspective. And it's really weird because I'm not picking up that you're necessarily overwhelmingly stubborn people. You know, Gemini energy is mutable, so it can see from multiple different sides. But I just feel like when it comes to this person in particular, you guys like really have a hard time jumping into each other's perspective. And so it's like these attempts to go towards each other keep getting like, they never turn out how each other's hoping. It's like you keep trying to like okay, it's going to be right this time. Like, this is a time that this conversation is going to work, and we're going to understand each other, and we're going to be able to move on from this issue. And then it doesn't work. And it's like feeling like, is this just not going to work? I feel like some other people, you feel like your relationships are really out of balance. So it's my folks that are in relationships, and this can be, I'm hearing friendship as well. So you might have a friend where you feel like you really give them a lot more than they reciprocate. And so there's going to be this kind of decision to maybe reflect their energy back to them a bit. That's just a little side note. The other thing I'm picking up on here is this imagery. We have this one skeleton reaching in for the heart. And I feel like the person that you're dealing with, like, you either feel like they have a hold of your heart or vice versa. And I almost get, there's a lot of mirrored energy. So for some of you, this is going to be both feeling like that. So since this is really heavy on relationships, I do think that's probably going to be the main thing coming through for you guys next month. This is going to probably take more of your concentration and your energy, but I do think some of you have some friendship stuff going on where you're going to have like a little friend, you know, maybe checking somebody or pulling your energy away from them, trying to get that balance back into the connection, trying to make sure that you are honoring yourself. So since I'm gonna grab this first, and then I'm gonna use I created a little, right now it's little, but I'm gonna keep adding to it, deck of all these messages I've been kind of compiling together. Eventually I'm gonna make them into an actual deck, so they like are nice and pretty to look at, but for now they're index cards. So I will use those messages for you guys in a minute. So what else? Mars. Yeah, what did I say about force? There's more energy of force this month. Like, you want things to go, you want things to work. I'm also hearing the word attractive. So some of you might be having some sort of extra thing on the side come in. Somebody might be paying attention to you that you're unaware of, especially with this Avengers and like that mask and the looking there. You might be having there might be a secret admirer out there that you are not aware of that's going to be coming in pretty hard at you. But I do feel like you really are so focused on this other connection that's kind of the main energy for the month. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if you find yourself scrolling through YouTube, looking at pick a card videos quite often this month. Try not to do that too much. And again, I do think you have somebody coming in that's been watching you and has something to say to you. So let's get some messages though really quickly, and then I'll get some advice. What did I say? Oh my goodness. I'm spying on you, or having my/our friends spy on you. Ooh, I want to apologize with cash. I'm overly emotional right now. I'm in a bad space and need time. Okay, so for all my folks that were listening that have somebody that they're like in no communication with or having a difficult time with, like I was saying, there's somebody like watching you. So maybe that was that energy I was picking up. Maybe that's your person. Maybe they're the ones that's going to be coming in fast. But again, it's like the overall, like even if they do come in, I just want you prepared to know that you're not going to like, it's not like happily ever after. Okay, with that Two of Cups being reversed. But you know, anytime that an energy is here, the upright energy is available. And this is a very good card for all love and relationship things. This is, you know, union. This is receptivity with the love. You know, well, I shouldn't say she's, but this skeleton is grabbing the heart, and this skeleton has the water pouring into that top part of the skull, and it's like this reciprocated energy. And so, you know, when we talk about this over here, I'm overly emotional right now. I'm in a bad space and need time. That this being upside down, and since these are cups, and when cups go upside down, they do tend to represent overflowing emotions. You know, this person is really emotional about the connection. I think, you know, if you're watching this in July, especially, right now this person is super emotional about this connection, and it's kind of like they gear up towards August and kind of get this fire, this passion, that Mars energy. Also, we have I want to apologize with cash, and I heard Capricorn Venus, so some of you guys might be dealing with a Capricorn Venus. But this person, that's kind of how they're wanting to show that they are sorry, or to show reconnection. Or maybe some of you, you know, maybe some of you that are listening are other Gemini placements in the sun, and you have birthdays coming up and they're wanting to get you a present, or maybe they just want to surprise you. So, but yeah, that's, they're watching you, or they have your friends that are also their friends, or, they're having somebody spy on you if they're not doing it themselves. Okay. So let's just get a word of advice overall for your month of August. Gemini placements. Okay, we have innocence coming out. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in the truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can enlighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. So I really do feel like you guys do have some emotional stuff to deal with this month. It doesn't look like it's like overly, you know, difficult, but you're gonna maybe have some sad times, some frustrated times. You definitely want this connection to work. I feel like the other person wants it to work, but it's just like you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. And you know, maybe some of this person's being overly emotional, they're being overly reactive. If you have a lot of Martian energy influencing both of you, I mean, that's kind of a recipe for a lot of misunderstandings. So you want to just kind of, if best you can, deal with situations with other people from a space of, you know, coming from your heart space, coming from a space of understanding. You know, listen to what somebody's saying really thoroughly before responding, and just try to, you know, and then also be easy on yourself, because you need to be just as easy on yourself as you are with other people. Okay, so that is going to be your reading, Gemini placements. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if it resonates and what's going on in your life. Let me know if you have anything that you're excited about next month. We're gonna move on, and we are going to move on to Libra. So, welcome Libra placements. This is going to be your reading for what is to come for the month of August. Oh, I accidentally didn't take, this is not a card for reading. It's part of the deck. Okay, Libra placements. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups reversed. So you guys, a couple different things might be going on this month for you all. You might be engaged in some excessive partying, excessive drinking. I do ask that you be safe because we do have a virus that is going around that is still very much present. So please be safe if you are out doing things of that nature. But, some of you might be having some celebrations. Maybe some of you that are watching are not Libra suns, but you do have, a birthday coming up, or your birthdays are coming up anyway. Maybe you're going to start celebrating. Maybe some of you are going to be just going out with your friends or meeting up with your friends. Again, safety first. But the Three of Cups is all about kind of like a partying energy, especially when it goes in its reverse. It's like a little bit too wild. So just keep an eye on that. That's why I keep saying safety first. Make sure you're staying away from people. And yes, okay, I'm not going to start to preach, but just safety first, because the Three of Cups reverse does indicate doing something in excess where it has physical impact. And so since we are in the middle of a virus, we should be aware of that. And we are also approaching flu season. So we're going to have a couple things going on at once. So just be careful. Make sure you're taking care of yourself as well, because you're wanting to make sure your immune system is good. You're not continuing to excessively drink or party too much or not get enough sleep or rest, like whatever. Okay, so take care of your physical body. That is a warning that comes with that card when it's reversed. On the other hand, this is also a note for three's a crowd, multiple people involved in a romantic relationship. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get another card and see if we can clarify what is coming through. If we're going to talk relationship, or are we going to be given some warnings of just finding balance and not going too much? Okay, we have the World reverse. So, all right, yeah, I have a feeling this is more about relationships. This also could be about friendships as well. So you guys have a situation regarding your either your love life or your friendships, and there's either some serious issues within your friend circle. Maybe I'm hearing gossiping, so some gossiping. Again, maybe that's interesting. So there's something about rumors about somebody being an alcoholic. I don't know what that's about. So let me know in the comments. Does that resonate with you? Is that something you're dealing with in your friend circle? Some drama. So there's some drama though. There's some people talking. Somebody's jealous. It's almost like, if you guys are resonating with this, I feel like you guys are really, especially with the World being there, you guys are really when you grow, right? When you're aging, when you're getting older, you lose friends from when you had them before, because you enter different periods of your life, different cycles of your life. And so it's totally normal for that to happen. It's not a sign of fake friends or fake people, whatever. It's just that's what happens. People step into their own personal powers, which are different than, their friends' personal powers. They go down different paths. It's not a bad thing. And so it's almost like your circle of friends right now, if you guys are resonating, it's just not, you're just you've surpassed them in some way. I feel like a lot of you, your mind has expanded. You're working on your spirituality. You're working on your own personal growth. You have goals that are outside of what you all have always kind of done. And I feel like a lot of you are outgrowing them, but you're feeling really resistant to do so because you're comfortable with them. And you're that Libra energy. You want to make sure that you're being fair to everybody. And so it kind of feels unfair to be well, I'm just outgrown you all now, so bye. That feels unfair to you because they haven't done anything to you necessarily. So you feel resistant to end the cycle. But the thing is that you really are being called to end the cycle with these cards present, because these people that you're around, they're just of a different vibration of you right now, and they have different paths. And if you stick around them, you are blocking yourself from your path and your goal and what you're trying to bring into this world and what you're trying to manifest. And so you are needing to let that cycle go. And it doesn't have to happen in a way where there's drama or upset or anything like that. You can ease away from people. You can, and if they have problems with it and they're, they're upset, and that's understandable. You can explain it. You can explain that you just don't, maybe have the time, that you have different things that you're wanting to do. Maybe some people in this circle need to come with you. Maybe there's some people there that are their souls are waiting for you to kind of grab them by the hand and be hey, you want to go check out this this new book, or hey, you want to listen to this podcast with me about this topic, or hey, instead of getting drunk, maybe we could check out an art museum or something. Like whatever it is where it just feels like you're progressing in a way. I just feel like a lot of you come from like a partying background, having fun, good time with your friends, like absolutely normal behavior. But now you're at a point in your life, regardless of your age, where you're feeling the push to mature and to expand yourself in different ways, because like you're getting tired of that life, you're getting tired of doing that stuff over and over and over, and it just seems like a lot of the people around you are still like, they're happy with that and they're settled with that, and that's probably what they're going to keep doing. So if you want to keep doing that, you can keep doing that. I know people that are in their 40s that are still living like that, and it's like, that's cool for them because that's what they want to do, but like that's not my life. And so you know, so just, you know, whatever you're wanting to do, you kind of need to surround yourself with the type of energy that you're wanting in your life, and what you want your life to look like, because you do become what you're surrounded by. All right. So that is going to be for some people. For other people that don't resonate on that level, this is really like this relationship thing coming through. So you're dealing with a third party situation. You either are in a relationship and have somebody else on the side, or vice versa, or you both have entanglements going on. So this is something that you have been being called to release, releasing that third party aspect, releasing that person, making a decision. So this month, I feel like you're going to have a lot of energy bombarding you to try to be like, hey, you need to make a decision, because this is a decision you need to make. This is not a decision that's going to be made for you and make you like all of a sudden things just fall into place. And I feel like some of you just want things to fall into place. Like you either just want something to happen, and then it's like, all right, now I don't have to like decide, you know, like for instance, and again, please only take this if it resonates, don't get offended, but like, let's say you're with somebody, you have somebody and you have somebody else, right? And they don't, you know, one person doesn't know about the other or whatever. And all of a sudden one person is like, oh, I've been cheating on you with so-and-so. And you're like, oh my gosh, you've been cheating on me, like we're done, whatever. And it's like, oh, their decision's made for you, right? Like that's not going to happen. You need to make a decision. This is part of your lesson. There's no judgment here. If you resonate with that, if you're juggling people, there's no judgment. If you resonate with being that third party and with somebody else and they have somebody else, there's no judgment from my end as well. But either way, you've been being called to make a decision to walk away from it, or to make a decision about it, about who you're going to be with. Or if you're going to be alone, maybe some of you need to be alone so you can have like a better understanding of what you're wanting. Do you want to have a monogamous relationship? Do you want to be in a more of an open situation because you're still kind of learning, exploring what you want in your life? So that maybe that's an option for you as well. So let's get some more details on your month. And since we do have some love stuff coming up as a pretty big deal, we will check in with that specifically. Wow, look at this, the Lovers coming up. Okay, so the reason why this month you're really getting pushed to be like, hey, make a fucking decision is because one of these people is the person that you're supposed to be with. One of these people is your soulmate, is your high level divine counterpart, is your twin flame, like whatever term you prefer. That is this energy. And so you are being guided to be with this person, to have this experience, to learn the lessons that you're needing to learn together. And it's like, I'm seeing you guys like, it's these geese like taking off, flying off together. So I feel like a lot of you with this person, there's something with movement. So you guys have either talked about moving somewhere together, or you guys don't live in the same area and you've talked about moving to a certain location and like meeting up, or maybe one of you would have to move to the other. But there's this like, come on, you guys need to get together so you can move on. There's this need to take your energy and move it to a different space. So like, even if you guys are not like, they're coming to you, I feel like that's going to be set up in a way where you're going to be moving into a new place together. There's like a total refresh of energy in your living space and also in the connection. So that is where this really strong push is coming from. What else? The Three of Wands reverse. But okay, so you're getting all this strong push from the universe, from the divine God, whatever terminology you prefer, with these two energies right here, the Lovers and the World reverse. That is the major arcana cards, and major arcanas are divinely placed energy. Now, your work is going to be overall, you're in charge of your month. You have a lot of free will this month. It's not just, you know, the planets toying with you. You have work to put in, and you are very kind of like resistant to making a decision. And that is sometimes what comes with Libra energy, because again, you want to be fair and balanced to everyone. And, you know, maybe you really do feel a strong connection to both people and you're just trying to figure out what to do. Or maybe if you're that third party, you're like, I really feel like I'm supposed to be with this person. And so you're just trying to kind of like wait it out and see, but you don't see a future. And that's the problem. You're not seeing a future with whatever energy you're in. And so for my people that are the third party aspect, you don't have somebody else where you're like, well, who am I picking and choosing? This is because you're needing to either choose to walk away from that connection or choose to stay in the connection. But if you know, walking away in that connection, there might be something that opens up for you. And that's going to be up for you to determine. Like, I'm not here to tell you if this person is the one. I'm just saying there's somebody here and there's a blockage to get to them because of another person. So you're going to have to figure that out. But the thing is that you yourself are kind of in the space of not being able to see the future, not being able to see what you're desiring actually coming into you. Okay, so it's like not having faith of it working, not having the belief that this is something that can actually come to be, not feeling like you can, like it will work. So let me get a little bit more on your energy for August, and then we're going to look at the relationship part specifically before we jump into advice. So we have the artist coming out in its shadow attribute. So using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. Okay, so one thing you're going to want to be really mindful of this month is to not, is to be honest. I feel like this connection, you might want to like kind of show out a little bit, not be real truthful with how you're feeling, put yourself in a more of a like, well, I don't care about, you know, like a more balanced approach, but you really are going to be kind of in your feelings about this. And so it's like, be honest with any conversation that you're having, be authentic. Don't try to like, you know, don't try to front, don't try to like hide stuff. There's no point to do that, because you're either being set up to have some serious, amazing union with somebody that you haven't met yet, or you're being set up to have this union with your person. And so it's like, you either need to decide you have to decide what way you're going. All right, let's see. One more card and then we'll go to the messages. Yes, Venus love. So this is your, you know, Venus is your planet. You're just going to be really focused in on your love life and relationships this month. So let's get your messages. Obviously I haven't explained this to your guys' section, but I've created some messages that I've been collecting over some time. I'm going to add a lot more to it. And then one day I will be turning these into actual cards, so they're prettier. But for now, I just have index cards. Okay, let's see. First message we have, I've been learning about the topics you shared with me. You expanded my mind. So your person, they were listening when you were talking to them. Would you hear me all the way out and truly listen? Okay, so this person, like, they want to have a serious conversation with you, especially those that are resonating with you're the third person in the situation and they have somebody else that they're dealing with. They want to have a serious conversation with you about what your guys' future would look like. But there's something about you not listening. There's something about you not being willing to like hear them all the way out. I'm hearing that they feel like you play and you pull a victim card really quickly, and it's like you then shut down and you won't hear. And it might be more of a victim response than like pulling a quote unquote victim card. It might be more like you're shutting down because you don't want any more trauma. You've had that experience before with somebody else or with this person. So but they really want you to hear them out all the way. Like, be quiet until I'm done talking, and actually listen, and not just be listening for you to stop talking so then I can say something, or like planning what you're saying while you're listening. Okay. And so I know that can be hard to do. It's something I have a serious issue with, and I work on it consistently. But if you're wanting this to work, that's what you're going to need to do. And if you're wanting to get free from it and disconnect, I think that's what you need to do too, because there's something you need to hear, and it might be able to trigger that in you to be like, all right, like it's not going to work, and I'm good to walk away now. Last message. Wow, okay, I finally see who you are, who I am. So this person, you know, with these two right here, like they've been doing some deep dives into themselves. I feel like a lot of you, this person is choosing to go towards you, and is choosing to go towards themselves, because they're choosing to expand themselves, expand their mind, step into who they actually are, instead of trying to play a role that they've been trying to play. And it's like, yeah, they're I'm hearing unplugging themselves from the matrix. Like they're not gonna be doing the same things, I'm hearing, in a year that they were doing last year. And I think, you know, when I was talking about that earlier for you guys with the friendship thing, I think some of them might also be having that, where they're losing friends because their spaces are changing, their energy's changing. And so I feel like they're just going to have a totally different life in about a year. All right. So let's get some overall advice for you all for this month. Relationship came out. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. Okay, so this is a call for you guys this month, because you're going to be so focused on a relationship and love, that you need to remember yourself in the equation. Remember, self-love is very important. To remember that we do attract certain energies and certain dynamics in our life based on how much we are honoring ourselves and how much we are taking care of and loving ourselves. And so you're needing to love yourself just as much as you love this other person, and taking care of yourself in that way, and making sure that you are reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with whatever spiritual beliefs you believe in, because that's all a part of your self-love too. So that's also important. And I think that's going to be it. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what's going on in your life. Do you have anything you're excited for in August? And that is it. So I will see you all next time. We're going to move on now to Aquarius placements. So hello, Aquarius placements. This is going to be your reading for what is to come in August. So let's see, what is the general energy? Okay, we have the Fool. Nice. I love that. I love the Fool. I love seeing it come out as a first card in a reading, because it's like, all right, what is going to happen? So the Fool is a new path. It's a new beginning. It's something new. It's something, you know, a lot of the times that you have not experienced before in the way that you're going to experience it. So it could be so many different topics. Let's go ahead and see what exactly this new path might be for many of you. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords reverse. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys, there's some sort of truth and clarity and understanding coming to you guys next month. There are some lies and deceptions and things that were held from you. I'm hearing also for some of you, this is not necessarily like other people. This might be spiritual things that have been held from you, from your guides, from your soul, that you're going to be getting access to. This is all of that, all the masks coming down, and understanding and clarity. So this is really, really interesting. The fact that your main card coming out, your first card, is a major arcana card, shows that this month has a lot of divine energy in it. It's very divinely guided. You'll have a lot of your ancestors and your guides around you during this time, but there is something coming to clarity for you. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a topic of what that might be. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have Judgment coming out. We have another major arcana card. Now, some of you, if you guys are dealing with any court cases, legal cases, anything with like, you know, creditors or taxes or trying to think of anything else, anything that would like require paperwork, anything like that. There is a judgment coming for you. There is, well, not in a negative way. There is a positive outcome for the situation for you. Things will work out well. If you are working on, you know, I'm hearing move. So there might be, some of you might be trying to move or trying to get approved for things. I believe that is also going to be happening for you. Some of this has been like hidden from you, as in like you haven't been able to find a place, or you haven't been able to find the like type of job that you were looking for, or you haven't been able to find the resources to help you with something. And it's like all of this stuff is like coming into view now for you. I'm hearing one over and over again. So this is one particular situation that is playing out in your life that is coming to clarity. So okay. And I'm not really sure exactly what the topic is, because it does seem like it's going a lot of different ways for different people. So for some of you, this is going to be finances. Some of you, this could be work. Some of you, this could be moving. This could be relationships for some. This could be health, but it's all like, you know, especially like for people that might be worried about health stuff, this looks like there's been like, things have not been clear for you about like how your health was, or like you may have had very vague symptoms, or just feeling overall unwell, or maybe you were even doing some things to yourself like self-sabotage, because that can be the Seven of Swords reversed too. You could have been very self-sabotaging to your health, and it's like you're starting a new path. You're like gonna eat well, and you're gonna exercise, and you are like understanding that, you know, in order to feel well, this is the things and the steps that you're gonna have to take. And so it's like making that judgment call to step into this like new way of being, this new life. So a lot of good moves here. What else? Oh, the Fool came out again, but this time it came out reversed. Okay. So there is a bit of a warning. You know, anytime you start a new path or anything, really, you always have the chance and ability to make mistakes and to, you know, maybe rush through things, especially if you're very excited. And so the Fool reversed is kind of like a foolish energy. It's not having a lot of direction when you're going down this new path. And, you know, like, let's go back to the example about diet and exercise. You know how you get, like, when you start something new, a new program or a new idea, or you get this inspiration to do, you know, to change things up, and you're like super into it and super focused for like maybe a couple of weeks or like a month or two. And then it's like, it kind of dies down. That's kind of like what I feel here, is that this is kind of a warning. Like, don't let that drive die down. Don't let yourself wander, you know, once you get down this new path, don't let yourself wander down some side road and get distracted and, you know, end up in McDonald's drive-thru or something, or at least too often, right? Moderation. But yeah, I feel like, you know, a little bit of a, don't go a little bit too crazy, especially if this is like a new path where you're super, super excited about and you've been waiting a long time to start it. Like, let's say you're moving, getting your first apartment, or you're getting a new house or something like that, and it's like going crazy with buying furniture and things of that nature. You know, for my people that are like moving into your first places, because I do have a lot of younger viewers, advice that I was given is like, you don't have to have everything at once, all right? You build a life. I'm 30 and I have a lot of shit now. I promise you. When I first moved into my first apartment when I was like 21, I had nothing. I had crates and cardboard and a really awful couch and like nothing. Okay. And now I have too much shit. So I promise you that you will get stuff. You don't have to dump all of your money, all of your savings into decorating your apartment. I know it's fun. Believe me, as a Taurus, I know, but you just don't have to do that. So that's just like an example for some people. But you know, whatever it is for you, if it's like a new relationship or if it's a new job or whatever, it's like, just don't go too crazy, you know. Especially like start a new job. My advice for starting a new job has always been like, kind of keep your head down for like the first 6 months while you feel stuff out. That might be incredibly long for some people, but again, I'm a Taurus, so I really like to feel my way out of what's going on before I make any decisions. But you don't want to go into a place like you already own it and you already know everybody, you're already cool with everybody either, right? So, all right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get another card, and then I want to go ahead and use my messages deck that I just created. It's not a deck yet, it's just flashcards, but it will be a deck one day, hopefully soon. Okay, sixth house. So this change for most of you is going to be coming, will affect your day-to-day life. So again, this could be a move. This could be a job. Sixth house also rules jobs. This could be health. This is the house of health. And it's just all really positive. So just make sure that you keep that drive and that inspiration to go after these, changes that you're already stepping into this month. Don't go overboard in any way, and going back to the dieting one, like don't go overboard and crazy with how you're dieting and exercising and injure yourself. There can be like injuries due to being kind of foolish or like, tripping, falling, spraining something, etc. So don't do that. But you have something, your day-to-day life is changing up. So if you've been in a rut for a minute, this is nice. Okay, so I'm going to use my deck. So this deck is one that I created, and I know we didn't talk much about love, but I just want to use it because I like it a lot for some reason. And it's my messages deck. So for all my people that are in relationships that are in no communication, or you're just kind of like wondering what's going on with your person, this has information for you in it. So let's go ahead and get some messages out, and then we will do advice. Okay, so we have, I don't know what to choose. Want my cake and to eat it too. Okay, so, all right. So some of you, this new change that's coming to you is about your relationships. And this person that you were dealing with, they might be coming back in to let you know, like, that they are, that they were messing around with other people, or maybe you already knew that, but there is this revelation coming, the mask coming down, the deception and all of that being revealed, and so then this judgment comes, and I feel like they're coming to you to admit to that, but they have made a decision about who they want to be with. Now, I don't want to say all of you guys, their decision is you, but I feel like that is the majority, and so then you are going to be making your own decision on what you are going to do. But you have to know, like right now, this person, like, it depends on when you're watching this, but I feel like at any point when you're watching this, if it's now when I post in July, or if it is in August, this person still has this mindset of they want their cake and they want to eat it too. So that's why I feel like this Fool in reverse is here, because it's kind of like, hey, sure, go ahead and start something with this person, but be aware and kind of know where their mindset is at, and really think about whatever decision you're gonna make. I always tell people, I say this in like most readings, it's like, do what you're gonna do what you feel like you want to do. If you want to have this experience, you're here to have experiences. You don't have to do everything perfect. That's not the point. You didn't come down, but I'm gonna get an A in life. Like, that's not necessarily the point. I don't think there's a grading system like that. Okay, but be aware of what you're doing, and be aware of what the limitations are with the person you're doing it with. So let's see what else. I admire how hard you work. All right. So this person, they definitely see, that you are a hard worker. They admire you for that. My actions have been and currently are emotional manipulation. Okay. So what was I saying? Be aware of who you're dealing with. So I will leave that at that. Let's get some, oh no, I knocked it over. Let's get some advice. Overall advice for your month. Okay, we have wedding coming out. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament of your well-founded faith and love's power. Continually breathe life in that faith and love, dearest one. Okay, so this, this, it's so interesting. This reading is so weird because it's like, it's really like your person's getting called out for being kind of a piece of shit. But at the same time, there is a sense that there's a union coming. However, I feel like you need to take it slow. You need to keep your eyes open. It seems like this person is aware of what they have done that has been wrong. They're aware of how they are manipulative. That is in their conscious mind. They're trying to make changes in order to change that about themselves, but you need to be aware of the red flags anyway, okay? So, but at the same time, the universe is wanting you to have faith in love and faith in a future and faith in whatever you want. If that's marriage, if that, whatever it looks like for you, it looks different for everyone. So whatever it is that you're wanting in regards to your love life, the universe doesn't want you to lose faith of that, especially due to this person and their own issues that they are working through. And I feel like this person, not just about how hard you work at work, but also how hard you work on yourself and how much you've grown since I've known you. So they do recognize that. All right, so that's going to be your reading. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what's going on. What are you looking forward to in August? Does this resonate? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Whenever you're watching this, I thank you all so much for being here. If anybody has listened to the entire reading, you are amazing, and I love you so much. Please leave a comment and let me know so I can know, and I keep my eyes out for you in the comment section, because that means so much to me, because I don't know, unless you have all these placements, then that's also cool. But if you're just listening because you're supporting, I appreciate you so, so much. All right, so that's going to be it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.